Hey everybody, how are you? Craig hit a telephone pole on the way in here, but he's fine, just so you know.
We are coming at you live from the Nicole Hansen Studios.
He totally ignored that.
No, we were late because there was an accident right outside. Yeah. It was not me, thank you.
The person's fine.
But the tow truck driver would not let me go past him. I was like, we got to shoot the Nicole and Craig show. And he was like, keep moving, buddy. Like he didn't even know who we were.
Nope. Everybody knows who we are, right?
The three people watching are very...
My hair still.
Okay. Anyway, we got a great show. Next week we got Pete Novak from Ganeyer's going to be here, so that's going to be pretty cool. We're excited about that, talking about the association.
Yeah.
We got that, but who cares about next week? We're talking about right now, and right now we're going to talk about how you can jumpstart your production in the beginning of the year. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What's our first tip, Nicole? And by first, I mean number 5.
Thank you cards. I know this is one of Craig's things he worked on last year, and he's really starting to work on it again this year already. Tell us about what you do, Craig.
What?
You're the one that does it.
Okay, so I had a great idea this year. I had all my thank you cards printed for the year, like all the labels or whatever for the address. And then each day I'm trying to do 3 or 4 a day or a couple a week or whatever, just to try to get as many of those out as I can. And it's just kind of like make that part of my practice every day. Like, okay, from 9 to 11, I'm making some phone calls. From 11 to 11:30, I knock out a couple thank you cards, and then I go eat some lunch.
Yep.
What about you? What do you do?
For thank you cards, we always send a handwritten thank you card to every client after we close with them. And that's normally what we try to do with thank you cards. Awesome.
I think it's good to say thank you and stuff like that. I like that, right?
Yeah, I think it makes clients feel like they're appreciated. And I always try to say thank you for your business, especially at the closing table and stuff too. But I think the handwritten card afterwards, especially when they're moving in and everything, and they get it like a week after they close, it's kind of nice and puts you at the forefront of their mind too.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Yep.
Great idea.
Thanks.
Great idea, Nicole.
Thanks for
this
whole show. I made it up, by the way, just so you know.
It is the Nicole and Craig show. Most people don't know. Pretty much I do everything for the show.
That's really not true.
Yep. Nicole just looks pretty. She puts some makeup on, sits back here, and, makes me do all the work.
Had to put my face on before the video.
Okay, number 4 we're going to go at you with, go for one new source of business. Hopefully you sourced all your transactions from the year before, and that's what we should have done in the business planning from in December and stuff like that. So you know what you're going to do, or you know what you've been doing and what has been working. Mm-hmm. You never want to neglect those, but then you should go after one new source. Like maybe if you never went after expireds, make a plan to work a couple expireds or for sale by owners or whatever.
Yeah. You should always make sure, you never want to put all your leads in one basket, however you want to say that. Like you should never just do online lead generation. You should always do online leads
in one basket. That's where we're going.
Yeah, I guess something, I don't know. I always say sayings wrong, by the way. Anyway. So if you do online lead generation, you should always have a diversity with that. So online leads plus work in your sphere plus doing expireds, that's a good broad-based lead generation system.
Yeah, and then any of your, I always like to implement some kind of whatever your hobby is. If you like bowling or something like that, and there's other people in your bowling league that like to do stuff, talk to them, let them know you're in real estate. Everyone lives somewhere, so everyone pretty much could be a lead.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone could be a lead. All right, number 3, we're going to say, create a marketing plan, and not just for what you're going to do when you get a new listing or something like that, but create a marketing plan for how you're going to go after new leads and then stick to it.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's the hardest part, especially right now when it's slower. You guys have a lot of time on your hands, and I know we were really hard throughout the year, but just because we have a lot of time on our hands right now doesn't mean that there isn't work to do, even if you're not physically showing buyers and sellers. Planning your marketing plan for the whole year right now will take a huge weight off your shoulders if you put in the effort now. Then when you get busy and you're showing people, you're still going to have leads trickling in from that marketing plan if you set yourself up for success.
That's great advice. Yeah, I like that.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2, add people to your CRM. Make that a habit. That's something that I usually start off the year a lot more strongly than the way I finish the year, I guess. I'll start off adding people to my CRM, and then it seems like the summer really heats up and gets really busy, and I don't always seem to be like following through with it after that. So I think make a plan to follow through with it.
What was that statistic? How many realtors actually use a CRM?
Oh, it was a small minority.
It was a very
I don't remember exactly the
small.
number, but it was bad.
I'm telling you right now, you have to have some kind of customer management system, client management, whatever you want to call it. That is what CRM stands for those of you that may not know, and that might really be true with the statistic. I think it was like 40% of realtors.
It was
less
something.
than that. It was less than that, really?
It was less than that.
So,
and every major franchise has a built-in CRM to their platform.
So if you have a major franchise, use the built-in one. It's free to you.
Yeah.
If not, find something else that's going to work with however you're lead generating or whatnot. But don't not use a CRM. You're doing yourself a huge disservice, and you're just letting money just trickle out, down the drain by not using it.
And Della, I saw he had mentioned on there about having multiple streams of income is what like Warren Buffett says and things like that. And yeah, that's exactly the same philosophy with more streams of leads, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So excellent, good tie in there. Okay, so we're pretty much done with number 2 too, right?
Yeah.
Two's done.
Number one, hands down, most important. Hands down.
Hands down. Sell a kidney on eBay. No.
Start with your sphere. I can't tell you. When you're a new agent and you're just starting, I always tell everybody on your wedding list or graduation list or whatever big list you have of family and friends, you need to send out a letter. Sometimes they won't use you in the beginning, but I can tell you they will use you eventually, hopefully, if they know you're a realtor. Sometimes when you're starting out, that's kind of hard because they're like, oh, they're a realtor. Let's see if they last, right? But in the end, your sphere is a gold mine. Your sphere is going to include your past clients. Your sphere is going to include people that you know, your bowling league friends, moms at school, whoever it is. Everybody should know that you're a real estate agent so that you can get referrals. That cost you zero except the relationship that you have with the person.
That's zero cost.
Zero cost?
Unless you're one of my friends, right?
That's true.
That's some effort involved.
That's true.
Yeah, always, start with the people that already love you, trust you, know you, all those types of things. Work with them first. I think that's always the best advice. And that's what any new agent that comes into business, that's the first thing we tell them to do is reach out to everyone they know and let them know you're in the real estate business. Very important stuff.
Input that sphere into your CRM and use that to market to them. Friend everybody on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook nowadays. 80-year-old grandmas down to, well, maybe not millennials anymore, but there's lots and lots and lots of people. Well, Craig's having to ignore a lead right now. Ha ha ha.
You guys are more important.
Everybody. I lost my train of thought now with you giving me that.
Well, anyway, I was going to say, okay, in a lot of other industries like this, like financial planners, insurance sales, things like that, they call that a book of business. Is basically their sphere of influence. All the people that they know. It's very important, I think, in real estate. I don't know why we don't emphasize that a little bit more, or I think some companies do. Like I think we're always, the owner of our company, Bill, he's always been really strict on, hey, you should market to your center of influence or sphere. So I think that's a good tip.
But yeah, I don't think we can say that enough, that your sphere is your it's like a gold mine. It's just sitting there waiting for you to tap into it. So.
And I know you said we can't say it enough, but I think we did say it enough. So I think this is about the end of our show for today.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a good segue, right? That was good.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I nailed it.
I don't know about that.
I nailed the segue. That was great.
Yeah.
No?
No, probably not.
Whatever.
Join us next week where I'll have a better co-host with Pete Novak.
Too soon, Hanson.
I don't think so. I don't think it was too soon.
Well,
Bye,
thanks.
guys.